The journey begins the grand tour and the worlds beyond. The story begins with a traveler. A traveler unlike any other machine humanity has ever imagined or created. It carries not only wires, circuits, and fragile pieces of metal, but also the restless curiosity and daring imagination of an entire species. This is Voyager 1. The farthest, most distant object ever crafted by human hands. It does not rest quietly on the surface of Earth. It does not circle gently around the Moon. It does not orbit comfortably around the familiar planets we know so well. Instead, it drifts forward alone, untethered and weightless, slipping deeper into the vast, silent ocean of space. A cosmic sea that stretches endlessly between the stars. A sea where no map exists, and no harbor waits. Voyager was launched in the bright summer of 1977. At first glance, it was small and fragile, no larger than a family car, its body delicate, its systems primitive by today's standards. Its computers were weaker than the simplest phones we carry in our pockets today. Its cameras had sharp limits, its memory was tiny, and its power faint. And yet, inside that modest frame lived something bold, a leap of faith, a daring promise, a mission that would forever transform how humanity looked at the cosmos. Now, decades later, Voyager has traveled more than 22 billion kilometers from home. A distance so immense it bends the imagination almost to its breaking point. And still, against all odds, it endures. It whispers across the endless void, its signal weaker than the glow of a dim household bulb. Yet somehow, Earth still listens. Vast radio dishes stretch into the darkness, straining to capture Voyager's faint but steady voice. And Voyager, stubborn and unyielding, continues to speak. But Voyager's true legacy cannot be measured in distance alone. It must also be measured in the wonders it uncovered, in the doors it opened, and in the mysteries it revealed. In the 1960s, NASA engineer Gary Flandreau uncovered something extraordinary. Hidden in mathematics was a rare alignment of the outer planets. Between 1977 and 1980, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune would line up. A formation that occurs only once every 176 years. With clever use of gravity assists, a spacecraft could leap from one world to the next, each giant planet lending its strength, each encounter flinging it faster and farther, like a stone skipping across the solar system. NASA seized the chance. 2 spacecraft were built. Voyager 2 launched first. Voyager 1 followed just 15 days later. The plan was modest, a short 4-year mission to study Jupiter and Saturn. But what followed was beyond imagination. At Jupiter, Voyager revealed a world alive with storms. Cyclones larger than Earth swirled across its atmosphere. Its magnetic field proved colossal, far stronger than expected. And then came Io, once thought to be frozen and lifeless. Voyager revealed it alive, erupting with rivers of fire, fountains of molten rock bursting into space. For the first time, humanity saw another world, beyond Earth, geologically alive and restless. At Saturn, Voyager's cameras revealed rings far more delicate and intricate than anyone had dreamed. Tiny moons danced between them like silent guardians, shaping the rings with their invisible hands. And then came Titan, Saturn's largest moon, a world cloaked in a thick orange haze. Voyager detected a dense atmosphere, one rich in chemicals that echoed the processes which may once have sparked life on Earth itself. Voyager 2 pressed on farther still. It became the first, and remains the only, spacecraft ever to visit Uranus and Neptune. There it uncovered tilted magnetic fields, methane storms swirling through icy blue skies, and moons where volcanoes erupted not with fire, but with frozen gases and shards of ice. For the first time, faint points of light in the night sky became living, dynamic, mysterious worlds. And all of this was achieved with astonishingly simple technology. Computers with only 68 kilobytes of memory. Tape recorders storing precious data. Radios transmitting at just 23 watts, barely stronger than a light bulb. Yet somehow, across billions of kilometers, Earth still heard their voices. Voyager was more than a mission. It was living proof that humanity could stretch beyond the known, beyond the safety of the solar system, toward the eternal dark of interstellar space. Into the infinite dark then came the ultimate frontier, interstellar space. The last boundary. The edge where the sun's influence ends and the true domain of the galaxy begins. This boundary is called the heliopause. It is invisible, yet immense. Here, the solar wind, streams of charged particles from our sun, finally surrenders to the greater forces of the galaxy. For decades, scientists wondered, how far away was this line? Would Voyager endure long enough to reach it? Or would it fall silent before touching that cosmic shore? On August 25, 2012, the answer arrived. At a distance of 121 astronomical units, 121 times farther from the Sun than Earth, Voyager 1 crossed the threshold. It became the first human-made object to leave the protective bubble of our solar system. The first messenger to step into the ocean of stars beyond. The crossing was sudden, dramatic, unforgettable. Instruments recorded a storm of cosmic rays, high-energy particles rushing in from deep space. Sensors detected ghostly ripples in plasma density, like vibrations in an unseen sea. It was as though Voyager had slipped into an invisible ocean, a hidden realm filled with strange, cosmic music. But one mystery remained unsolved. The magnetic field did not flip, as scientists had predicted. Instead, it continued almost unchanged. It seemed Voyager had entered a twilight zone, caught between two realms. No longer fully inside the solar system, yet not completely within the galaxy either. Even today, more than a decade later, scientists still debate what Voyager truly found. Now, Voyager drifts steadily outward. It sails toward the Oort Cloud, a vast halo of icy bodies stretching nearly a light-year across. A frozen reservoir of comets and ancient debris, leftovers from the dawn of the solar system. To pass through it will take nearly 30,000 years. By then, humanity will be unrecognizable. Nations may rise and fall. Languages may vanish into silence. Civilizations may change beyond recognition. Perhaps even our species itself may no longer exist. And yet, Voyager will still be there. Silent. Enduring. Carrying the memory of its makers into the stars. Its strength comes from a radioisotope thermoelectric generator. Plutonium inside slowly decays, releasing heat that is turned into power. But year by year, that energy weakens. One by one, its instruments shut down. Cameras have long since gone dark. Spectrometers, magnetometers, and detectors slowly fall silent. By the early 2030s, Voyager's voice will likely fade completely. Its final signal will vanish into the sea of stars. Earth will listen one last time. And then the spacecraft will go quiet. But silence will not mean the end. Because Voyager carries something timeless, the golden record. A phonograph disc designed to last for 1 billion years. A cosmic time capsule, a memory pressed into metal and grooves. Etched into its surface are greetings in 55 human languages. The sounds of Earth, the crash of ocean waves, the rumble of thunder, the whisper of wind, the laughter of children, the cry of a newborn. Music that spans cultures and centuries. Ancient chants, timeless symphonies, haunting blues, melodies carried across generations. Images, too. Drawings of DNA and atoms, pictures of mountains and rivers, forests and deserts, animals and human faces. A portrait of our world, and of the beings who once walked upon it. The record is more than data. It is a time capsule of emotion. A love letter written by humanity to the cosmos. A declaration that we existed. That we dreamed. That we reached beyond our world. And perhaps, one day, somewhere in the far future, someone will find it. Perhaps an ancient civilization among the stars. Perhaps descendants of humanity, traveling the galaxy long after Earth has changed. If they discover Voyager, they will hear our voices. They will hear our laughter. They will hear our music echo across time. They will know that on a pale blue world orbiting a small yellow star, life once rose, thought, dreamed, and dared to wonder. Voyager is more than a spacecraft. It is a monument to persistence. A symbol of courage, imagination, and unending curiosity. It turned faint points of light into living worlds. It carried our restless questions all the way to the edge of the galaxy. And now, as it drifts into the infinite dark of interstellar space, it whispers back across the ages. What lies beyond the horizon? Who are we truly? And how far can we go?